Okay, let's just cut the bullshit. Andi Mack is gonna be the best Disney show in the last 10 plus years. Yeah, I said it. What's going on, YouTube? So something really weird just happened to me recently. I was watching the second episode of Andi Mack and I just got this really weird feeling rushing all over my body. And I'm like, what is that? What is that feeling? It was just like so abnormal. Like I wasn't used to feeling that way while watching Disney Channel. And then I realized, wait just a minute. I'm enjoying a Disney show. Like I'm genuinely enjoying a Disney show without cringing. Well, at least not much. So yes, I finally got around to watching the second episode of Andi Mack, and I enjoyed it even more than the first episode of Andi Mack. Without giving away too much, because I still plan on doing a review for the first and second episode, I'm just waiting for them to officially air on television first. But oh my god. One thing I do have to say, like right now though, Jonah's lingo is a little bit too nerdy for me. I remember him saying some words in episode 2 that just kind of made me go, are you serious, bro? Is it 1985 all over again? Or whenever the hell they used to talk like that? I don't know what generation that was. It was before I was born, but it was funny and it did make me chuckle. And they already have a character that I already despise, but it's like a good kind of despise, you know what I mean? Because it's one of those characters that you like to hate. It's one of those characters that comes on the screen and you're like, oh boy, here goes this bitch. What are they gonna do to make me hate their guts this time? And of course, I'm talking about Amber. I mean, who else could I possibly be talking about? I'm gonna make a really bold prediction right now. I don't know who is going to be in game, but it's not going to be Jonah and Amber. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. I can see that being one of the least loved ships very early on in the show. Unless Amber very quickly changes her personality. But speaking of bold predictions, here's another one for you guys. Andi Mack will not only be better than Girl Meets World, but it will be Disney's best show in a very, very long time. Because the potential for this show is it's just too great. And I feel like the only way that my prediction doesn't turn out to be true is if they don't continue to build and get better from what I've seen so far. Because most Disney shows that I watch, Girl Meets World included, they don't leave the impression that Andi Mack has already left in just 2 episodes. I mean, so many people are already buzzing about this show, and it hasn't even officially aired yet on television. I mean, how many times does that happen with a Disney show? I mean, I remember when Bizaardvark was coming out, and the only reason that people were buzzing about that show is because there was an annoying kangaroo that would pop up randomly when you were trying to watch a Disney show, and you were just confused on what the that was. Me included, by the way. I even made a response to that on Instagram. But I mean, most Disney shows, especially these days, they come and then they go. There's usually not much expected of the show. Just come in for 2 to 3 seasons, entertain a bunch of 9 and 10-year-olds, and then it's over with. And nobody ever really talks about or thinks about the show again once it's over with. But Andi Mack has a chance to be so much more. And assuming the writers don't completely drop the ball, I expect it to be so much more. I still think the acting needs to improve just a little bit because, like I said in my previous Andi Mack video, I feel like the acting is okay at times, but other times it's noticeably off. And I would be lying if I said that this show was 100% cringe-free. But as far as some of my specific impressions from episode 2, I can tell that this show is gonna have a lot of good comedy without the corny laugh track to go with it. So I'm really excited about that, because episode 2 made me laugh on more than one occasion. And as far as the rumors and or spoilers about Cyrus being gay, well, that looks to be even more likely after watching episode 2, because I don't see too many straight guys being that freaked out over a guy talking to them. You want to talk about some gay vibes? I'm not saying that I have a gaydar, but if I did have a gaydar, Cyrus would be on it, because that guy is giving off all kinds of gay vibes. I can't really say the same for Jonah though, which kind of makes me wonder that if Cyrus does turn out to be gay, is this gonna be like a one-sided thing where he's gonna have a crush on Jonah, but Jonah isn't really gonna feel the same way? I mean, I would be fine with that happening, but if that does happen, I mean, you know, they have to get Cyrus some kind of love interest, right? I mean, they can't just have the gay guy be single the whole entire time, because then I'm gonna have to rage. And I'm really hoping that this show doesn't make me rage. And so far, so good on that front, because I only have good things to say about this show so far, for the most part. So does this show get the Smurf nod of approval? Well, I mean, I have to see more of it first before I give it my full endorsement. But one thing that I will say is that I think that all of you guys should at least give it a chance. I know it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, especially some of my fans, because some of you guys have made it very clear that unless the show is Girl Meets World, you don't like it, and you're not even going to give it a chance. And you know, I feel kind of bad for you people, because for each and every passing week from here on out, it's looking more and more likely that Girl Meets World is gone forever. Now, they may still come out with an announcement any day now, but it's time to start facing the very real possibility that it's never coming back. And you know what? That just might be okay when we have shows like Andi Mack to keep us company, not to mention Backstage, which will also be coming back later this year. And while I'm on the subject, speaking of Girl Meets World, unless it does get picked up again shortly, I do have 1, maybe 2 more videos on that show coming up soon, and then I'm just gonna bury it and move on with my life. But I don't want to give any spoilers away to what those topics that I do have in mind are, but just be on the lookout for that. I'm trying to give Girl Meets World a few more weeks first. Maybe they are in the process of working something out behind the scenes or whatever, but regardless of that, this video isn't about Girl Meets World. It's about the potential greatness that is Andi Mack. And I'm getting really close to making that transition to talking a whole lot more Andi Mack in the future. Consider April the month of Andi Mack as far as this channel is concerned, because you're going to get a lot of Andi Mack videos from yours truly. And if there's anything specifically that you guys want me to talk about, let me know, because I'm open to suggestions. Good suggestions, that is. But let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. But I'm done talking. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. But as always, until next time.